that Maui style with you. Cause if you ain't Maui styling, you just living on an island. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 There is sunshine in your heart. It's been with you from the start. Lift your head, look to the heavens, then you will feel brand new again. Don't stop me now, Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Reach out your hand and help each other. Your mother, your father, your sister and brother. There is love in this family. Pick yourself up and get on your feet. Don't stop me now, Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Makena styling, up country styling, Campo styling, Kahanapali styling, Hana styling, Wai'ehu styling, Bahia styling, Keanai styling. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Maui styling, Maui styling, don't stop me now. Maui styling.
Aloha, this is Jason Schwartz of MAMA, Maui Arts and Music Association, Dreammakers Foundation. We're also known as PAPA, People Aligned in Positive Action. Sometimes we do shows about different people in the community that have been leaders in making a change in environmental projects and places that have been beautiful and natural that have been abused by man. This one's in Kihei, and DeeLarson is our champion here. You know, we did a show in Kanaha and showed how Mike Perry, who was the Volunteer of the Year for the Community Workday program, and his crew of volunteers cleared out a beautiful area of Kanaha, bringing back the natural plants and allowing things to grow by doing a selective weeding and pairing, and to see the accomplishments they made. Dee is here today to share with us about the changes that she's made in different areas of Kihei and areas that still need to be worked on. We're looking at one right now that needs to be worked on. But this really is interesting, isn't it? It's a beautiful area, nevertheless. Here's a pile of man. Look at the cutting behind. It's very interesting what happens when people come in and poach and leave things in such a raw way, you know? Well, I wonder what that is. Looks like a tunnel. Nope. I think it's part of a muffler. What are we looking at, Dee?
Those are mangrove roots hanging from that. Looks like trees.
So there's a mangrove tree?
Yes, mangrove actually is kind of deceptive when people hear the word mangrove. It's not singular. It's one tree, however, it perpetuates itself that it becomes a grove. So consequently, they named this one tree mangrove.
Oh.
And this is how prolific it is. If you'll notice as we'll just shoot as we go through, you can see what a mangrove that's gone out of control.
Look at those roots. Those look like, see, we took that whole forest, a whole forest. My goodness.
See all these on here?
Yeah, show me.
These are the keikis. Look at this. This is just a little old seed pod that drops from the tree.
Yeah.
And starts perpetuating itself. See, right in here we've got more little mangroves growing.
Little baby mangroves.
Yeah, and then they'll make a jillion more roots like these.
Could these be taken and put into pots?
Oh, please.
I'm asking.
No, you don't want to perpetuate them in the Hawaiian Islands.
Okay.
Look at this.
You know, look through here with me.
Okay, let's walk on through.
You really can't. What a waste of area.
You bet. And also it kills the natural environment, the birds, especially most of your seabirds are nesters, ground nesters. And you can see as we proceed through here,
My
and
God.
nothing can grow underneath it because it blocks out all the sun.
How does this all get started? Who planted these? People hundreds of years ago?
Now this one, to this size, grew 10 years ago. It wasn't this to this extent. It's something that you've got to get on right away. Let's just keep on walking here.
So this is an area where water is sitting. This is the wetland here in Kihei near Lapoa. But didn't they work on this area? This is what was left of that whole thing when they fixed Kihei Road, huh?
Yes, but they didn't address the mangrove tree here.
I see that.
It's
Look at that.
congesting the waterway.
So
It'll divert the stream.
So that's what this is. This is stopped by they're moving the stream and drying this up. This area is getting mangrove. This could be a great park. This would be a beautiful park if it was cleaned out. What kind of things happen in here?
This is under an executive order by the state to the county of Maui, this land. This is a wetland that has just gone out of control. If you keep letting the mangrove grow and not jump on it and take care of it now at this point, it'll raise cement, it'll raise sand, it'll raise plumbing, it'll grow right up the toilets.
Wow.
It'll raise the highway. This is a treacherous plant. That's why it kicks over in the atolls, because it essentially just becomes a dominant plant and that they just around it.
Okay, well, let's get out of here.
Okay.
This area has to be really looked at and worked on. Are you working on this area at all yet?
I started on this area over 10 years ago.
Okay, well, it seems like it's out of control. You need a squad of people, volunteers. You know,
This is
down
gonna
here in
take
Kihei, I bet we could find a lot of volunteers that are physically fit and able and would take good instruction. I'm sure that if this was coordinated so that things can happen where everyone understands what's going on, this area can really be cleaned up quickly and easily. You've been working on this a long time. Well, let me say I think that people need to know who you are, you know, because you are the story here, Dee. This project of mangrove is one of many that I know you've been working on for years. I want to see the work that you're doing up there in North Kihei. I remember when we started and shot video of a place that was really wild and raw, and a lot of non-native plants had taken over through man, making, quote, unwise choices that didn't show that they were aware of what they were doing. And I know you've been a consultant in that area, working across this island.
The area that we're working in, is Ka'auna-Ulu, Kihei Road. In other words, it's between the Maui Lu and the whale sanctuary. That's primarily the target area that we're working on, including the fish ponds, working with the fish
ponds. And yet the reason we're here today is because you see that one as really being well underway, and this looks like your next one, huh?
Not exactly. Actually, we're here today to show the devastation. We took out mangrove trees down there where we're headed after this shot. And there's also mangroves growing up in there. This is to give the people an idea what will happen to mangrove if you let it go. This is going to cost thousands upon thousands of dollars. Yes, you can have volunteers, but it's going to take more than volunteers to take this out. This is demanding of heavy equipment.
Wow.
And this is our county lands. This belongs to the county.
Well, I tell you, the people that live here probably think, thank God there's a buffer. So we don't want to see it turned into something that becomes too much of a playground and ties them into the other side of this land. So it's going to be an interesting time to see how this can be developed, you know, especially with the limited budgets. That's why I like the idea of volunteers. Mike Perry's done a masterful job. I think that the work that he did with his people, with his own energy and time, and you know, if we had a little bit of money to pay people even in a minimal way with drinks and a t-shirt, I bet we'd get a really hardy crew. I imagine the county could handle ideas about a blanket of insurance and watching and training the people and making people aware of what plants and what's going on. But I was so impressed, and I'm impressed with all the work you've done. I'd like to go there now. I think that people get this. This is crazy, isn't it?
Let's have a stream that we just cleaned up down near Kaonaulu.
So is this the one that's right across the street? Right to the left here is the Maui Lu, and there's a housing development in the far distance?
Correct.
Okay.
It's through the graciousness of Betzel Brothers that we were able to do this. This is taking out mangrove. The first time we took out mangrove, we did it with machinery.
Okay.
The second time, we did it by hand.
Well, we're going to be going seeing. What's this?
This is these are the boys from Hui Malama Learning Center that came over to help out at the
More of the
blessing.
same.
These are the kids.
And look at that.
Yeah, and this is after Mike Perry got in there and killed the pickleweed and then planted
Mike Perry,
sedges.
we know Mike Perry. And what's this?
And this is the Mackay side of the same stream.
I remember that. Is that now?
Yes, this is the way the stream looks more now. Actually, it's more beautiful.
Well, we're going to see that in a minute.
Right. There's the master
there's Mike.
Exterminator. Mike
Yeah,
Perry.
right. I guess he should run for governor as the exterminator.
Really? Really, no kidding.
That's it.
And then here's some.
The Boy Scouts.
Yeah, of Troop 22. Another mangrove out right there.
You know, Dee, I remember when this area was all filled with things that weren't native. You guys have planted just some starts of aki grass, and it really is taken on, and cleared out the mangrove there in the distance and up here. That's a tremendous amount of work. Was it Betzel Brothers labor or a mix of volunteers?
No, this was this is Betzel Brothers land, and it's people in the Ohana that have helped, but it's principally Cliff Cliff Dodge over here on this section, principally Anna Palomino, Mike Perry. Hi everybody. Well, we're down here to the area where we've been doing extensive work the last 3 years. Over on the south side are the dunes that we've been working pretty hard in and taking out all this pickleweed. In the back there is more mangrove and puchia and kiavi. That has to be addressed very soon. And if we look here to the north, there's dunes that have been cleared out so the aki-aki can take over. And down here, 2 huge mangroves were taken out.
That makes a difference. The mangrove really takes over an area like we just saw. This is bringing this area back to life. It's fantastic.
It's slow, patient work. It's not the kind of work that, oh, you can just snap your fingers and it's done.
You know, I've seen some of these areas when they've been first cleared and they look like someone came in with an atomic bomb. But by maintenance and weed control and letting the things that are natural grow and watching and maintaining that, fantastic things can happen. And this is a great example.
Exactly.
That's great. I'm so glad that you're doing this. We need people aligned in positive action, private citizens who take it upon themselves to realize that it's only through our own actions that everyone takes some time to be involved, that we're able to actually preserve and resurrect our island's beauty. That so well fits in with our theme and what we want to be doing. Well, thank you very much for sharing. Well, here we are. This is the end of the mangrove. Taking out the mangrove tree from here was really a lot of work, but wow, I can see the area is so different. And this park is now expanded. What, Dee?
Oh, it's some of the hardest work I've ever done in my life. And I've done hard work all during my life at different periods. This stuff is so heavy. This wood is so heavy. And then to drag it, and plus to pull it out of the water, we're going to keep chopping this down, chopping it down. In the meantime, too, we have to look out for new seed pods that are starting up. Like maybe right over there might be one.
Uh-huh.
Let me go see. Yeah, it's some more mangrove. There she blows. There she blows.
Well, you know, Mike Perry's running for governor as the exterminator. What are you going to be as? I think you should be lieutenant governor.
I think rather just stay simple DeeLarson.
Well, you know, I think that's the best idea for you and Mike and for most of us.
Here.
But to be able to give...
See, here's the way the seeds looks.
Yeah. You know, it's so great to see private citizens like you enjoying this. You know, they just look so innocent, but they're not. You know, what is this here? This is aki-aki?
Pickleweed that we're taking out.
Pickleweed. This comes out.
That's right.
Oh, this stuff in the front?
See, right here.
Oh, yeah. And what about in the distance also?
No, this is all coming out, and this will be eventually dunes. Is what dominates.
Oh, so this has just come over and taken over the dunes.
Exactly.
Wow, what fantastic work to bring back the dunes.
And plus
Not the Dunes Hotel, you think you mean?
No way, Jose. Anyway,
what's that in the distance? That Pacific Whale Sanctuary?
It is.
That's the other extent of this land,
Hitting the stream, Pono, in balance. So everything goes in and out. It can feed the fish ponds and propagate our native fish.
It's so beautiful here. I think, you know the Sunday morning show that used to be on with Charles Carroll, where he shows nature? I think we should give him a little piece of nature. Let's give him a piece of nature. This is for you, Maui.
Check the sand dunes out over there. They're so beautiful, they're coming back from. Gotta get this pickleweed out through here. That's what we're primarily doing. And in the whale sanctuary, they're doing their part over in the 5th part of the land. So it's wonderful.
It sure is. It's nice to see this. That's what cooperation's all about. Pickleweed took over. That stuff is up to your waist. Wow. So these are really.
Yeah.
Wow.
We cleared out the Kihei through here.
Yeah, I can see. Look at that Kihei. More to go, huh? But this is great.
There's still a lot more work to be done. There's a lot of rubbish here that has to be taken out. Took out tons of rubbish in this area. And the palm fronds, the coconut palm fronds and the coconuts, and also there were mattresses. You know, people were living down here.
I know.
And remnants of poor caretaking, let's say. Let's put it that way. Anyway, we've cleared it up, and now it's up to us to keep it clean for everyone.
It's beautiful.
For everyone to keep it clean.
And, right, everyone to keep it clean. Hi, Dee.
Hi. Hi, Jason.
So, you know, this project you've been working on has really been a success. And the success is that people are still working on it and still care about this area. To see people that are here and enjoying this area is truly a product of all the work and dedication that comes from individuals like you. You know that. So what is the name of your group? And share with me about some of their goals. Would you?
Sure, no problem. Kihei Echo Village is a non-profit preschool. We don't have the structures yet, but the concept is to take care of the lands, to propagate knowledge through education with hands-on experience, and that's why this area we're so blessed with having a living, learning laboratory.
Yeah.
This is very close to my heart. Life work stuff started out way back in the 60s. First project was Honolulu Bay, Save the Bay, SOS, Save Our Surf. That's where it originated from. Rick Gaffney picked up on it. Between Rick Gaffney, myself, my daughter, and a gentleman by the name of Malcolm Gray, were able to get things moving, and principally with the knowledge and the wisdom of Rick Gaffney, we were able to put it into conservation. The same undercurrent really is here. It's just the love of the Aina and keeping things as pono in balance as possible. I'm learning all the time. I'll always be learning till the day I kick the bucket. This work has been intense. However, it's needed, and I have the passion, and so do the people that ride along beside me.
You need more people?
Sure, we can always use
Always.
people. I don't want to spend time so much. I need to be working all the time. So it's people that really don't mind work, because it's hard work.
I guess people can put in a Saturday or half a day. I know there's
Great,
probably...
couple hours.
Yeah. I watched and saw when I was talking with Mike. I used him as a good example.
Mike Perry.
He did part-time people that were in a group that said, hey, you know, our team, our softball team can spend an afternoon and we can hit it out of the park. We can spend some time helping develop something that would be nice. So it's like different groups have been getting together and doing things. It's really been nice to see, and tremendous amounts of work get done in such good spirit. It's great.
It is. It's really fun. We had the community work day here. Of course, that good old Jan Dapitan.
Jan Dapitan, she's my hero. She is my heroine.
Ditto, kiddo. Ditto, kiddo. Yeah, Jan's quite the dame. And this community cleanup, we had volunteers come down here, mother and her daughter. They just really enjoyed themselves, spending the afternoon. And also another friend came down and just helped out bagging all these weeds and what have you. I think it was 18 bags of weeds that we packed that day. Anyway, it's hard work, but it's the greatest work. You're working with Mother Nature, and I've said it before, it's a natural high. And it's also a wonderful exercise. If you don't even have to go to the gym, you can just work out picking weeds,
You
and
can
it'll
do both.
do the job.
I
Yeah.
think we should get the gym gyms to organize groups, you know.
Yeah.
That's what Papa is, you see.
Right.
We're a concept, more than a group. We're so glad to have Keiki Okaina, is that what it is?
Correct. Echo Village.
Echo Village. That means children of the land, huh?
Correct.
That's a really nice thing. I want to thank you from all the people of Maui County and the world, because the work that you do is able to share this beautiful place with the full intention and the way God planned it, a beautiful natural dune. And, you know, I'm just really thankful for people like you. Thank you, DeeLarson.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you, Maui. At this junction, I'd also like to mention the president of our board, Leilani Sokai.
Oh, good. We'll get the information from Leilani up also. I bet she's got information to share with people.
She has all the electrical, all the computers and on the email and all that sort of thing, besides all the knowledge of the project as we've gone along.
Well, I really feel you've been an inspirational leader. You've been on this eco-village thing for a good long while, and the world has grown up around us, hasn't it, Dee?
Boy, it sure has. Modern civilization is slowly but surely encompassing us all.
Which makes the work that you're doing and with your group just so much more important, because the little bit that's been saved is because of valuable warriors, you know, warriors like you. Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha pumihana.
No matter where you go, no matter what you do, take that Maui style with you. Cause if you ain't Maui styling, you just living on an island. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 There is sunshine in your heart. It's been with you from the start. Lift your head, look to the heavens, then you will feel brand new again. Don't stop me now, Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Reach out your hand and help each other. Your mother, your father, your sister and brother. There's love in this family. Pick yourself up and get on your feet. Don't stop me now. Styling, don't let me down. Maui styling, don't let me down. Maui styling, don't let me down. Maui styling, don't let me down. Makena styling, Thank